What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Checkerboard Podcast. I'm here with Liam, the GOAT.
What up?
We're here with episode 28. Unfortunately, Gunnar couldn't make it today. Bro had to work, so we're still filling it in because I am not going to be able to do one next week. So because I will be on vacation for my 21st birthday. I know, crazy. This dumbass couldn't even drink yet, but yeah, we're back. And also, if you guys are watching right now the live stream of this, you might notice that I'm on Twitch, and you're gonna call me a fraud because I literally made like 3 or 4 videos saying, "Oh, I'm gonna switch to Kick. I'm gonna switch to Kick." I'll go back and forth between them, honestly. I want to stick with Twitch for now, just because like Twitch has been my home for like a good like long ass time. And like I already have like a following over here. Why would I just like drop everyone for the money? That's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of goofy. So we're back here, but that is not the focus of today's podcast. In fact, me and Liam wanted to talk about one of our specialties here. Good old anime and manga, dude. Because I don't know if we'll be talking about manga, but definitely anime. Because Peak has been dropping left and right, like, this past few months, dude. Like, it's insane. There's just been so much that's been, like, coming out that's, like... And I'm so glad I got into, like, all these animes beforehand, too, because it's just genuinely crazy how good, like, not only, like, the quality, but just the storytelling and everything is just amazing for all these animes that we're going to talk about today, so... Liam, I'll have you start us off, because I kind of am curious what you want to start with.
What in specifically I want to talk about the most?
Well, I know we had 3 specific ones that we were going to mainly talk about. I didn't know which one you wanted to start with. Like, which one really piqued your interest first?
Dude, I mean, I definitely want to talk about the thing that finally gave me the motivation to rebrand and change my entire rebrand and change my name and everything from what was DJ Panda for almost 7 years now on YouTube and stuff like that, and genuinely got me through a very rough moment in my life. What is my favorite transformation ever, is one of my favorite things ever thematically, and was adapted not only flawlessly, but I think actually and factually and objectively made the hardest fight to usurp in terms of animation. I think that Tengen versus Gyataro has finally been usurped. And this fight ain't even done yet. And that's fucking Gear 5 Luffy versus Kaido. That shit is so fucking peak. It's ridiculous.
Dude, literally, I'm so glad that we got to fucking hang out during that night. Like, honestly, we should talk about that night. We should talk about, like, everything that went down, because that was an interesting night with that episode, dude. We were going through everything that night.
Oh, yeah, facts. So, okay, so I had a couple of the boys over, made just a shit ton of meat, Luffy style, and we just chillaxed, watched some One Piece and stuff like that, and waited until the Gear 5 episode to finally drop. First of all, dude, bro, Boruto fans in shambles, must say. They were like, not gonna crash the internet, not gonna crash servers, not gonna crash, and then that shit is unavailable. We literally just kept it was supposed to come up at 10 o'clock, and well, first of all, for starters, one of the key tells that this shit was gonna crash was 15 minutes prior, the shit was not working well. It was still getting kind of tweaked off the perk 15 minutes before the episode was said to drop. And then it took us a solid 20 minutes of just going back and forth and nothing happened. And so we had to find someone who reposted it on fucking YouTube, watched half of the episode, and then rechecked Crunchyroll and had to go back. It took us a solid almost 30 to 40 minutes to actually get to watching the episode.
Well, I'd even say longer than that, because at first we literally thought it was supposed to come out at 9. Like, we were like, dude, we were getting so fucking hyped, and then we look and it's like, 10 p.m. is when it will officially drop. And dude, we're like, oh my god, bro. And like, then all that shit happened. And dude, of course we had to make the signature trip to Dunkin' Donuts, because as you guys may or may not know, Dunkin' Donuts is my personal favorite coffee place. What can I say? But
you've been on that Starbucks. He worked at that Starbucks shit, bro. Was never going back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say right now, like, Starbucks. I mean, this is like a whole topic for another day. But like, Starbucks ain't got nothing on Dunkin' Donuts, dude. Except for maybe Frappuccinos. That's the only thing I'll give them. But caffeine, the fucking espresso, nope. Dunkin' got that. But anyway, that's not important. What's important is peak. And dude, that episode was so fucking amazing. Like, they did justice to one of, like, I feel like one of everyone's favorite panels of Gear 5 Luffy. That's the one where Luffy's jumping, like, in front of the moon. I was somehow worried they were gonna fuck that up, which I don't know how you could, but like, they did it perfectly. I had zero complaints for that scene. I thought it was like perfect down to the mat, and in fact, I feel like they honestly might have even enhanced it because of, like, I don't know. I just feel like they did such an amazing job.
Yeah, I think that the way that the whole speech from the Gorosei went in with the, like, kind of went in with, like, Luffy actually doing it. I don't know, man. It just felt right. Everything was just so fucking perfect. And there's other things. So, dude, there's other, like, small details that. I mean, first of all, I think that One Piece is just known for, like, its god-tier impact frames. I mean, I think that there's really no conversation about that. People just know that One Piece is... It probably has the best... Like, I think it's not even close. Like, One Piece has the best impact frames of any anime to date. And, like, the sheer amount of, like, little details and, like, really small little hints in the impact frames are just wild. And also, not to mention that the first episode, like, dude, that shit had me, like, actually, like, gut busting laughing. That was such a fun episode to watch. Like,
it was, dude, so fucking good.
The fucking impact frame where Kaido hits the like, it's so fucking good.
That is definitely one of the best scenes in the whole fucking episode. I love that scene so much.
Dude, and I love how they even use the little like when Luffy grabs the ground, does the little moonwalk, and it, like, runs down on air. Like, it plays the little Mr. Krabs walk sound effect. I'm like, dude, there's so many, like, little things that they do that are just so fucking perfect. And they also just improved as the fight went on with, like, how the sound effects work. And, like, they're utilizing, like, they're starting to understand how to, like, animate, and, like literally the first episode of Gear 5 was probably their weakest, and that's crazy to say. That's wild, because that's probably one of my favorite episodes of One Piece. Maybe one of my favorite episodes of anything ever.
They just did such a good job with that episode.
And then the next episode after that is just, dude, the fucking, like, the peak of the fight between Kaido and Luffy. I think that my star pupil, like, my favorite thing about that is the impact frame where you see the lightning prior. And you just got, like, this, like, really cool little shot of, like, Yamato, like, running up the top of Onigashima and, like, lightning striking everywhere. And the whole, like, the animation of all of it is just so fucking fluid. And then you just see, like, the lightning strike. And there's one impact frame where you can see Luffy in the clouds doing the same pose that he does after ringing the bell in Skypiea.
Oh,
dude, it's so like, that right there is, like, that's fucking perfect. That is how you know you have an animation team. Like, all I am going to say is that if the One Piece animation team didn't have to fit such little amounts of content into 20-minute episodes, like One Piece is only like arguably the best, or not the word LO, is only arguably the best anime because they have to nerf the staff. If that staff was given like the chance to fit the amount of content that they wanted to in an episode, One Piece would be the best anime and it wouldn't even be fucking close.
Yeah, it's genuinely fucking crazy, dude.
Like people are literally like, you know, making arguments about like how One Piece isn't the best anime of all time and shit like that, when it's literally fucking nerfed. One Piece is a nerfed anime. If it was not nerfed, it would definitely be the best and it's not close. Like whenever One Piece gets around to Gear 5, it's actually fucking over for them.
Yeah, I've kind of heard about One Piece, but I never actually like went and like looked into it.
I genuinely recommend, if you've already seen One Piece, watch the One Piece version of Marineford. It's phenomenal.
I kind of do want to watch that then.
Because it also only takes, it's like literally the same duration as like watching a movie. Like it takes like 2.5 hours or some shit.
Wow.
So
okay.
every time that you watch a movie and you've seen all of One Piece, just go to One Piece, just look up One Piece, go to the website and watch Marineford in its entirety. Very worth it.
That's wild, actually. One of the things I wanted to ask you is, did you have any like complaints about any of the Gear 5 episodes? Like,
there's one Gear 5 episode that I really did not like that much, to be honest, comparatively.
Which one was that?
It was because it was kind of like, it was the one not Gear 5 like chapter in the Gear 5 fights. So like, again, they have to adapt one chapter per episode. So I don't even like, so they kind of just put a lot of Gear 5 fluff. They kind of just put a lot of Gear 5 fluff in the episode. And I'm not necessarily upset about that. Like, I get it. Like, the episode where they had, like, Jinbei and them clearing out the flames in Onigashima.
Oh, that one.
But I don't really know if it's technically, it's not a Gear 5 chapter, but it is technically a Gear 5 episode because it's very Gear 5 centric. So, I don't know. I would say it's my least favorite, but it wasn't supposed to be a Gear 5 episode anyway, so I'm not really that upset about it.
That's understandable.
And then, but the thing is, they followed it up with, like, probably the best one, maybe the best one yet. In terms of, like, the fighting and shit like that, dude, 1070 was so fucking good.
I think I did watch that one. I'm not sure.
Dude, hang on. Let me see if I can find the Thunderbolt grab. Hang on.
Oh, wait. I think I did see that one then. Yeah. I did see the Thunderbolt grab. Is that the one that has, like, a lot of Momonosuke in it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I get it, they're adapting to the manga, but I could have gone with all the Momonosuke stuff, just because, like, that shit we've seen, like, numerous times before.
Yeah.
That would be my one complaint with that episode.
Right.
I mean, I didn't mind the shit in the very first one where we had to go over to see, is that Hiyori? I forget. Is that who it is? Hiyori, yeah. And, like, I didn't mind that one as much, but, like, I don't know, the Momonosuke just kind of dragged on for a bit too much in that last episode. That would be my complaint with that.
Yeah, but all the Gear 5 stuff was fucking phenomenal.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I can't bitch about Gear 5 stuff. Except, okay, this is gonna be a really petty complaint, and I don't feel like it's even that bad. Do you know which scene I'm gonna say?
Maybe.
Which one do you think?
You're probably gonna talk about the fucking part. I'm trying to remember where it was. It was like right before the fuck. It was either right before or right after the fucking eye catchers. Like it was like right in the middle of the episode. There's a part when fucking oh shit, dude. It was like kind of. It was like after the fucking. It was like a little bit after that fucking sweet ass fucking part where like Luffy throws the thunder or throws the lightning bolt. They have like their collision and stuff like that for a little bit, and like that bulk part after that. Is that what you're talking about?
Nope. It's actually it actually has to do with one of the most iconic Gear 5 panels in the manga. And listen,
Are you talking about Thunderbolt?
No. Honestly, like, I don't know. You might give me some shit for this, but like, I feel like Giant Luffy, like the scene in the anime was not as good as the one in the manga. Like, I genuinely.
No, I agree with that.
Like, I mean, I don't think it's terrible by any means, but like, dude, it's literally such a badass panel in the like manga. Like, I love that like little manga panel. Like, I think it's such a clean one. And I think that's the one that you have on your shirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love that panel, but I mean, I guess I don't hate it, but like, dude, I was just expecting it to be like so much more, I guess, like badass. Like, instead of him going down, like, I get it. He's supposed to be goofy. I probably sound like a bozo complaining about this shit, but, like, I don't know. I just love that panel so much more than this scene they did it. Like, I don't know. But that's my one complaint.
It's the pose that I think that is the weird part about it. But I think that the reason why they did the pose like that was because it was hard to fit the original pose into a single frame.
I guess so, yeah. I guess it probably would be the pose. I think it's also just the facial expression too. Like, I don't.
Oh yeah, he's like smiling as he's coming. Like the way that he's smiling, as he's going down in the manga is like completely different. Like it almost looks more devious. Like he's about to troll him.
Yeah, that's the thing that I really like the most about that is like if they did the same facial expression, I don't feel like I hate it as much. But I don't know. I don't like the facial expression they gave him for that. I know, very stupid nitpick, but like, that's just the one thing that I would probably say I didn't like about that. But I mean, that aside, like they blew Gear 5 out the park. Like they did amazing with it. Like, there's so many other scenes that I feel like they really did justice. Like I said already, the moon one, the one where he gets hit by Kaido's thing. Like, and then the spikes go through his face. Like, that one I think they did justice. That one was a really good one. The one where it says Gear 5, where Luffy's, like, sitting on the ground laughing, covering his eyes. That one I think they did really good. I gotta go back and look at the Thunderbolt one again, because I kind of forget how that was, but I don't...
Yeah, you just rewatch 1074. Act like 1073 didn't happen.
And then... I mean, I don't remember if this was in the manga or not, but the one where it was such a good scene, like the animation for it, that these fucking dumbass Boruto fans were like, that's AI. Dude, oh my god. Like, it's literally... bro.
See, that is a very, very good example of that's something that someone would say if they've never touched a pencil in their entire lives. Like, that's something that you would only say, I don't like, or I don't think it's good, if you literally don't, no, not even touched a pencil, you don't even know what one is. You've never even seen one in your life. Like, I ask you, yo, bro, can you get me a pencil? And you're like, what the fuck is that? That's the people who think that looks bad.
Like, oh my god. Like, it genuinely is just... How could I go and even want to watch Boruto when the people that represent this fandom are just genuinely so brain rotten and they have the most atrocious fucking takes, dude? Like,
real.
It genuinely turns me off of wanting to watch Boruto, which I already wasn't planning to, because I don't think it's necessary to enjoy Shippuden. That's what I'm watching right now, by the way. I'm watching Naruto Shippuden. And I'm enjoying it so far. I feel like it's pretty decent. I would still probably put it at like the lowest of the big three so far. But
it definitely is, yeah.
But I mean, like, I feel like Boruto is just honestly definitely holding Naruto back too. Like, I mean, like, if you don't include it, then yeah, Naruto is still goated. But like, I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take. If you're a Boruto fan, good on you for enjoying it. But like, honestly, I'm not really interested in watching it.
Nah, fuck you. You suck. I'm just kidding. I can say that because I've taken the bullet for us, guys. I've seen it. It's not worth watching.
But yeah, I mean, that aside though, One Piece is really amazing in the anime right now, and the manga too. The manga is also very good. and the live action, which that's one other thing I forgot to talk about.
Oh yeah, we didn't have plans of talking about that shit. But oh, dude, I'm only 3 episodes in, but like,
yeah,
holy shit.
yeah, dude, I haven't gotten to finish it yet either. But like, honestly, they've been doing a really good job with it. Episode 3, is that what episode is that? Is that like Syrup Village?
Yeah, we get. Oh, excuse me. We're me and my wife are halfway through Sierra Village right now.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Honestly, I think that the One Piece live action is everything that I wanted it to be, because like the amount of people that I've gotten talking to me about, like, they're like, dude, I am now very interested in this series. Like I very much want to watch this, and like I very much want to watch this series and like pick up the manga or watch the anime. Like, this has been getting people to like be interested in the story, which is exactly what I wanted it to be. So I'm very glad that that's all that it is, because and I heard that season 2 is already in development. Like, the
that
script's written.
surprises me.
Yeah, they just need to produce.
I genuinely am surprised by that, considering I swear Oda literally said he didn't even want to do a season 2. But I'm not even against it, because my fucking favorite characters are gonna get introduced in that. Ace, Crocodile, so many. Wait, you know who else that means?
Wait, what?
Do you know who else that means to be introduced?
Chopper, Robin.
Yeah, but you know who else? Dude, the best character in One Piece, Ikura.
Also him. My bad.
But yeah, dude. But yeah, no, like literally, it's just, it's crazy.
Who's even working to play Bon Clay though?
Oh my god, yeah, Bon Clay. I forgot about Bon Clay. I don't know how.
Bro, who's even worthy?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know, dude. My faith in this series peaked when I saw live action Buggy. It's perfect.
Yeah, they honestly perfected Buggy in the live action. They did an amazing job on that one.
You want to hear the most not hot take ever?
What?
Live action Buggy is the best live action Joker that we've gotten since Heath Ledger.
No way. Honestly,
maybe even better than Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, I'll let you have that one, but I don't know. Guys.
Okay, it is mostly a joke, but like, let me just say this: the Heath Ledger Joker is only a good Joker if you count him as Heath Ledger's Joker. I'm not gonna lie, in any capacity, his Joker made me laugh a grand total of 0 times.
I guess that's true.
And like, not that you need to make me laugh to be a good Joker, but like every other Joker has, even comic book ones. So like, I don't know. While it definitely, and most assuredly, the most important aspect of Joker is his menacing and absolutely like just larger than life character. Heath, like, literally his best joke is him walking into a room going, ha, 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 and I thought my jokes were bad. I'm just saying. I'm gonna leave my Dark Knight rant for another time, but like, I'm just saying.
I would say I gotta watch Dark Knight before I get into that one, but I would, for me, my personal favorite Joker of all time is definitely Mark Hamill's. Whether it's
that is the correct opinion.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's is just the best, no matter which version it is. If it's the fucking animated series or if it's the Arkham games, which Arkham games would be my personal rep. But I haven't seen most of the animated series, so I can't really say much on that one. But I always hear he's the greatest in that, so.
Facts. But yeah, no, anyway, live action Buggy, goated. Live action Arlong, goated so far. One of the most surprising things that I think I've seen, I had like almost no opinion on the live action Nami. I'm like, yep, that is a That is a person with orange hair. That's for sure. She's fucking phenomenal. She's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I think all the characters are pretty much represented really good. I know you probably haven't gotten the Sanji yet, but I guess
dude, I love the thing is the second that I saw that Taz Skylar was gonna start taking cooking lessons and jujutsu lessons, the second he got hired, I'm like, I love this guy. I love this guy. I love this guy.
I would say, and like honestly, I feel like I can make this critique because this is my favorite character I'm talking about right here. At least out of the Straw Hats. I feel like the only one that got somewhat done dirty is Usopp. And I can't really speak, but like I have nothing against the actor. I think he does an amazing job. I think it's more so like his role in Syrup Village is what kind of just makes me say that. Like I think aside from like Syrup Village, he is like really good as Usopp. I don't want to talk about it much because there are like differences that I don't want to really spoil for you, but like I would say like Syrup Village is kind of I like, and that and like his invitation to the crew just doesn't feel it doesn't feel as good as like in the anime and the manga.
Well, the funny thing is that I'm kind of noticing is that so far all of the crew has very unceremonial invitations to the crew. Like it almost in my mind, I feel like them five being part of the crew is so synonymous that they didn't have to make it monumental.
I guess that's true.
And you want to know something that I actually like a really really weird change that
What?
I really like. I like that Axehand Morgan was way more threatening and had to get pimped by fucking Garp.
Honestly, yeah. That was a pretty good change.
I also love Garp being more active in the story.
Yeah, that was a really good thing. I honestly really did like that a lot. Garp is always the GOAT. Never sleep on Garp. But that and I feel like I like Helmeppo a lot more in the live action. Like he is really like the guy that plays Helmeppo does an amazing job. Like he's just so fucking funny. Like you literally hate this guy when he's introduced to you because he's such a fucking dickhead, dude. He's like just such a dickhead. And the guy that portrays him just does it so good. And then just like the fucking scene where he's in his fucking room flexing with like Zoro's swords, and then Zoro pulls up and Bro's literally just has the fucking teddy bear covering his nuts. Like, dude, that was such a good scene.
Damn, bro actually had his nuts out in front of Zoro. Unreal. Dude, also the live action Zoro is so fucking good.
Yeah, I see. I can't. Sorry, I'm fucking struggling over here. I think we should make like a whole episode dedicated to the whole live action one. Like maybe we can get Gunnar to watch it, and then we can just talk about everything. Like,
oh, I'm so done. We surely we can get Gunnar to watch it. Surely.
Yeah, that would be fucking sick if we could. Let me just read this little thing called "You're banned from the chat." Sorry. Anyway, aside from that, I want to save more talk about that for like an episode when me and you both finish it, as well as maybe Gunnar getting into it and finishing it as well. Just because there's so much to talk about, and like I said, I think they did an amazing job with that series. I have like zero complaints so far. I mean, I have very 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 minor ones, but they're not even that big that like they bring the series down by any means. So, but yeah, but the next thing I kind of want to talk about because. Dude, I'm not kidding when I say that this series is starting to become one of my favorite fucking anime series and like manga series and whatnot of all time. I'm talking about Bleach. I really love Bleach a lot. I did not like. I mean, I already knew I kind of was gonna probably like it just based on like all the stuff I saw before, like the Hollow Mask of Ichigo. Like I thought all that shit was like really badass, and then I watched it and I'm like, wow, this is really good. Like. I officially caught up to like the manga except for the Hell arc, and obviously I'm watching Thousand Year Blood War right now, and I know Liam, you're not really technically caught up on like the anime at least, but you pretty much know what happens. So
I literally have read the entire thing.
Yeah,
It was just like years ago. That's all.
But yeah, I really love the 1,000 Year Blood War anime. What they're doing with it so far, it's really good. It's really, I would say honestly, I don't want to say it exactly gives Gear 5 a run for its money, but like I feel like the animation in it and like some of the scenes, a few of the highlights for me, Rukia's Bankai, that was an amazing episode. Her fight against Asnote, that her fucking Bankai, the scene of her where she's like all frozen, like after using it and killing Asnote, which I mean I feel like I shouldn't really have to say this, but like obviously we're gonna be talking about spoilers today. I know, guys. Let me put up the spoilers thing. Why not? Just because, I mean, I should have put it up earlier, but like, I feel like it's kind of obvious we're talking about spoilers today. Anyway, that scene was really, really clean. Another one that was really good. I didn't get to watch all of the episode because I was kind of I was working and also kind of watching it. Is Renji's fight against Mask de Masculine. And then him learning that he didn't actually have the right name for his Bankai was pretty interesting. Because I didn't realize that his Bankai wasn't technically the right one. Like, he was saying the name wrong for it or something like that. Because if I'm correct, he was only acknowledging the snake part of the Bankai, if I'm correct. Is that sound right? Like, he was only, like, because that's why it was like the huge long snake whenever he would use Bankai before.
Yeah.
And his Bankai is supposed to be a snake and a baboon or something like that. And so the Ichibei pretty much was like, yeah, you kind of are saying the wrong name. I'll tell you how to use it, or I'll tell you the name, but you have to learn how to use it. And apparently it was is it So-o Zabimar? I forget what it is. It's like
Zenbo Sakura. No, that's fucking.
That's Byakuya. Yeah.
Hang on. I got this. Give me the name. Come on, baby. What's the name?
Yeah, because the original one that he was saying was Suzabimaru. That was the long snake one.
Hiho Zabimaru.
Yeah, I knew it was like something that sounded like Ho-Oh, but I wasn't gonna say Ho-Oh, obviously. Yeah, so Hiho Zabimaru, like I said, it acknowledges both the snake and the baboon that's utilized, and then doesn't his blade just pretty much just like what it does is it pretty much makes it so he can burn through things or something. I don't completely remember exactly what it was, but it looked like he just stabbed through Master Masculine and he just burned him to like a crisp.
Do you think it like gives him like more like temperature or some shit like that? I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
It's been a while for me.
But yeah, I thought that one was pretty cool, but honestly, neither of those were probably my favorite fights. Like, I think the Asnote one is really good, but easily my favorite from 1,000 Year Blood War so far, without a doubt, Gremmy versus Kenpachi, because, man, I already love Kenpachi. He's such a fucking badass character. I think one of my favorite fights in the whole series is his fight against Motora, because that is an amazing fight. Where bro literally was going, like, he fucking lifted up the eye patch for that one. And not only that, he realized he had to do the most crazy, like, unthinkable thing in the world and use 2 fucking hands for, like, that battle. And then he fucking obliterated Noitora. But anyway, his opponent for that episode, or for the newest one, was Gremmy. And Gremmy has easily one of my favorite powers in pretty much all of the anime, just because, like, it's such a simple but, like, amazing power that I feel like I've never really seen anyone utilize before. And it's literally just imagination, so anything he imagines, he can just pretty much, like, do. And, I think it's kind of cool how it is actually somewhat limited, where he has to, like, spawn in, like, more versions of himself to kind of, like, you know, depending on what he wants to summon. Like, I think he had, like, 2 of himself to try and summon, like, a meteor or something like that.
Yeah, I think Kenpachi's like, yo, cool meteor.
And then he just summons like a little like piece of space and traps Kenpachi in that. Like there's so many things. And then, but the one thing that just kind of confuses me is the ending of that battle, because like part of me doesn't understand why he like got ripped to half. I get it. It was like something about like Kenpachi being like something about his strength not fitting his body or something like that. Do you understand that one?
So in the manga, as far as I remember, because I haven't watched this episode yet, the reason why Gremmy loses is because he imagined himself losing to Kenpachi.
Oh really?
Yeah, literally Kenpachi was so strong that he thought, I'm gonna lose to this guy, and then lost.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like he tried to imagine himself as strong as Kenpachi and not like tore himself in half because for some reason he can't imagine himself to be as strong as Kenpachi because he's just that strong or something like that. I don't know. Like that just kind of threw me away because I was like, wait, what? Because what? Like he literally summoned in a fucking meteor. He summoned in a piece of space.
Kenpachi fucking murdered that thing though.
I guess that's true. Which Kenpachi Shikai was also pretty sick, where it's just a giant fucking cleaver. Like that was pretty sick.
Bro, can't wait for the Kenpachi Bankai.
That yeah, I am pretty excited for that. But aside from like the actual fights and content itself, one of the things I am somewhat glad about is that they're bringing back like the old music. I think the music in Bleach is definitely one of its strong suits. I love the Bleach OST, whether it's the openings, whether it's just the background music. The fucking like the theme for the Espada is such a banger theme. The Clavar La Espada, like that's such a banger. Yeah. Like there's just like there's so many good things that Bleach does good when it comes to music. So I'm kind of glad they brought it back. I wish they would play the original versions, but I don't know if there's like an issue with that where they can't really do that because I feel like all of them have been kind of like remixes, which I mean I guess it kind of makes sense because it's supposed to be more modernized. They want to try and maybe make it a little.
I
bit
do
more
like
modern,
the new remix of Number One. That is very good.
That one is pretty good. My favorite one I wish I knew what the song was called, but it's the theme that's used whenever like some of the Espada do the resurrection. Like I know it's played when Coyote uses his. It's like
you're talking about the part that has
like dude, it's such an intense theme, but it's so fucking sick. And they
literally have a playlist of like all the fucking Bleach OSTs on YouTube. Hang on.
Because I tried looking it up and I couldn't find it. I remember finding it once and then I lost it again. But yeah, that one is such a banger. I really like how with like a lot of the characters, or I mean, I guess just like the art style in general. It's like it has like the two colors of red and blue. Like I think that's pretty sick. How they all have that like red and blue outline. But I do honestly really miss like the old Bleach animation style because I think the old Bleach animation style is really like I feel like it was good for the time. I thought it was pretty sick. But I mean, at the same time, I get it. I know obviously they have to update it with the times, but
you do hate to miss them sometimes. But the new themes for like the also I just sent you. I think you're talking about that. Although I don't know if you want to play it on stream or not, but just listen to it later if you can. But I think you're talking about that. But anyway, speaking of Bleach, this is something that not even I have some devastating news for you, you sweaty little anime fans, you sweaty little anime only Bleach fans. There's actually like a shit ton of not a shit ton. There's like 2 or 3 scenes that got cut out of the Bleach anime during the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, and they're all just horny scenes. There's no horny in the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War arc. So I think that this episode was the most recent case. Yeah, the last episode was the most recent case of it. Okay, wait. Default, do you want me to go in chronological order Or do you want me to go this episode and then the first instance that they cut it out?
You can do the first one.
Okay, so the original one was when they originally lost to Yuha. After that, and they go to Squad Zero, and they're like, training with them and stuff like that. There's a fucking like pool where you go to like regain your strength and stuff like that. And it's also upsetting because I have a really funny joke. Well, I don't know if it's that funny, but I have a funny joke that I have just because of this scene, and I couldn't tell it to anime fans, which is tragic, but oh well. So basically, there's a scene where they're all chilling in like this pool, which is just basically like supposed to like help relax your muscles, and like it's a fucking sauna. That's literally all it is. It's a special Soul Reaper sauna, and like everyone from the Soul Society is there because they all got fucking bodied. And then there's a scene where Ichigo's chilling with the fucking dude with the big hair, like the Cash Money Gamer rank 0 guy. What's his name again? The one who like actually like fixes their Zanpakutos. What's his name again? Default.
I feel like I do kind of remember it here. I'll look.
The bro with the sunglasses.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. You were talking about is it? I think it's Oetsu Nimaya. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, so Ichigo and Nimaya are talking and stuff like that.
Oh, actually, I know which scene you're gonna talk about. It's the one where like all the like Zanpakuto girls come down, right?
No. Well, that did get cut out too, but yeah. But no. Anyway, so in the sauna scene, it's Ichigo and him chilling in the sauna, and all you see pop out of the water is the back of someone's head and a pair of butt cheeks, and fucking Ichigo's like Rukia, and then the fucking dude's like, what are you gonna say? She looks like a peach or something. And because they were like talking about things that look like other things or whatever. It was funny, I think. But no, anyway, my funny joke is that I remember I told my friend this when he was first reading it. I was like, don't y'all think it's kind of sus that Ichigo recognizes Rukia by only seeing her ass in the back of her head? Kind of sus, bro.
Kind of sus.
Kind of sus, bro. But and then there's the scene where the fucking Zanpakutos are women. Oh wait, there's another one that I forgot about. You also fucking just in the manga, you actually just fucking see Ichigo's mom naked. I also forgot about that. That's another thing that happens in the manga that they didn't show.
That's wild.
I mean, it's in front of Ichigo's dad, so I guess it's cool. But yeah, that's a thing that happens. And then there's the Zanpakuto fucking part. And then there's in the newest episode, there's the part where Orihime like shows up in her new clothes, which like just straight up has her fucking tits out. Because Kisuke is just kind of funny like that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And so in the manga, when she shows up in that uniform, she asks Ichigo how her, like, she's like, what do you think of my outfit? And Ichigo's like, I think it's a bit too revealing. And then not Orihime, and then
Chad.
fucking Yoriichi's like, you fucking dumbass, just fucking compliment her, you fucking idiot. Call her sexy or something, you fucking stupid ass piece of shit. And he starts like literally cussing him out and like calling him a moron, saying he has no game, no riz, L Ichigo moment.
Well, no, I thought that's in like the next episode or whenever like, spoiler alert, whenever Grimmjow comes back, like slightly before that. Like I think that's when like they're all together, like, because
no, that would have happened. That would have happened this episode, if I'm not mistaken. I guess we'll find out next episode, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they cut it out because like literally Yoriichi like fucking puts her hands between fucking Orihime's tits and shit like that. Like it's just so that part is so unnecessary. I could see them taking out that and leaving the rest of it because like I love it when Yoriichi just fucking verbally assaults Ichigo. I don't know what it is. Just one of the funniest things to me.
Another one of the other things you were gonna say was I thought you were gonna say about I guess there might not have been too much more to it, but like, do you remember like in like the first part where Bambietta goes and she invites that one fucking Quincy dude over, She's like, hey, let's fuck, and then like literally she just blows him up. I don't know if there was any more to that or not, but like yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they cut that or not. People might have just not cared, to be honest. I don't know. I only catch what other people to be fair. I haven't watched a lot of the episodes. I watched Rukia's because Rukia's like one of my favorite characters in Bleach. And I watched the Meteor Split.
Dude, yeah, both those are really good episodes.
I will also be there with all of you for for fucking Kenpachi's Bankai. I will be there. I will be there with you, my friends.
Dude, what about who? I don't know if I asked you this before, but who is your favorite like Stern Ritter?
My favorite Stern Ritter. I mean,
Yeah.
does Udiu count? Okay, it's probably the Mohawk bro.
Oh, who? Basby.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people complain or not complain, but compare Basby to kind of like Grimjow in some way. But I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, I guess, but like I just think Grimjow's better. I don't see Basby getting kills on that many people. Grimjow over here taking out two of the Stern Ritter. Like what? But
Grimjaw is such a fucking W.
that's
I
why he's the
also,
goat.
if U-Haul counts, I'd probably say U-Haul, but I'm guessing U-Haul doesn't count.
Uh, I probably wouldn't count Yuha. I count like anyone that has like a letter.
Okay.
I would say aside from Grammy, like the other one that seems kind of cool is what's his name? Askin Naklevar? I think something like that. He's kind of cool too, but his power is just I don't understand his power. It's very confusing. But
Yeah, it is. A lot of the Cerner's powers are confusing.
yep, that'll do it. But I still think Thousand and Blood War is still a very good like arc, nonetheless.
Agreed. Very, very, very good arc. I think they've been like adapting it very well, and I'm glad that uh I'm glad that like we're getting more like not more like we're getting Bleach in like this more modern style and stuff like that, because now Naruto's getting it. One Piece has obviously been getting it, but like the Bleach anime has always looked like kind of mid, like just kind of average, because not Viz, but the people who did it before were truly like painfully mediocre. So it's nice to see Bleach getting good animation. Because Bleach is so good, and it's literally only people only like discredit it because it's like everyone either watched One Piece or Naruto first. No one watched Bleach first. Bleach is like one of those like middle ground animes that like I don't know anyone whose first anime was Bleach. I think the craziest thing I've seen is someone who saw Dragon Ball and then Bleach, but I've never seen someone who's just seen Bleach first. So that's like kind of another weird thing about it. But it's nice seeing it get some respect, because one of the most important things to me about a story is the villains, and Bleach just has some of the fucking best villains ever, and I never thought anyone was ever going to have as good of villains as JoJo, and Bleach is very close for me.
Yeah, Bleach, like, there's so many good villains in Bleach. Like, you've got Aizen, you've got fucking, I mean, I don't know, Grimjaw might be a middle ground. You could say what you want. Ulquiorra, fucking Yuha. You've got, honestly, maybe this is a hot take, but I honestly do kind of like Ginjo and that fucking other dude that was, is it Tsukishima? Like, dude,
Look, yeah.
I think one of my favorite scenes in like the original Bleach was Tsukishima just like brainwashes all fucking Ichigo's family, and Ichigo goes and fucking slaps Tsukishima, and they're like, Ichigo, what the hell? Why would you slap Tsukishima? That's our fucking friend. What are you doing? And like, it's so fucked up for like Ichigo's point of view, but like, dude, I just think it's one of the funniest fucking scenes, dude. Because they're just like all so fucking clueless. Like I don't know, I love that scene. Like looking back, I don't really hate that arc that much. The Fullbringer arc, I thought it was pretty sick.
I think the Fullbringer arc is genuinely fucking good. I like all the mystery behind it. Like I think it's a very like it's so weird because like it's the only like short arc of Bleach, and I just think it's really entertaining because they've done like I was like, oh great, Ichigo losing his powers and getting them back again. This will be fun, and then they actually made it fucking fun. Like I was really depressed we were gonna have another Ichigo getting his powers back arc, and I'm like, wow, this is like actually really cool.
Yeah, I think they do it in a pretty good way for that arc. I can't really complain much. Like at first, like I was like, I don't really care for this, but like after finishing it, I'm like, okay, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. This is pretty good. So, I like the Fullbringers. I think they're kind of cool.
Also, Kisuke is one of the most underrated mentors of all time.
I would honestly put like, I don't know. This might be a hot take, but I honestly might put Kisuke over both the other two. To be honest, maybe a hot take, but like, don't get me wrong, Rayleigh's pretty cool. Jiraiya's been pretty cool so far, but like, I really love Kisuke. I think he's so fucking cool.
Like, I think he might be real for that. I think that like Kisuke is like a really like I like his mentor style. Like that's like the thing about it is like when people say like, oh, who's your favorite mentor? Like they just pick their favorite character, but like that's not the question. Like pick a mentor. Like Rayleigh was a mentor. I'm not gonna say he wasn't. Same thing with Jiraiya, but like they're also like just good characters, but like being a good character is subjective. Like Kisuke like actually fucking like seriously taught Ichigo a lot of shit on screen. And like if it wasn't for Kisuke being such a dub fucking cash money gamer, they'd all have been fucked so many times.
Yeah, like Rayleigh. Don't get me wrong, Rayleigh fucking saved the day over at. He saved the day over when we were in Sabaody with the whole thing with the mermaid. I forget was it Callie or no, it was Kami. Kami's her name. Like,
oh yeah, Kami.
Yeah, like he does a really good job there. In the manga, Rayleigh goes and fucking saves the day from Blackbeard over at what do you call it? Yeah, Amazon Lily. But like that, and then training like Luffy. Oh, I guess watching the Thousand Sunny for like 2 years. I mean, well, actually no, that wasn't him, was it? Because he was training. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, like I feel like really, like, and I guess he was part of the Roger crew, but like I don't know, like story wise, like he has his moments. Don't get me wrong, but like Kisuke's moments are just so much like huger. And like as for Jiraiya, I can't speak too much about Jiraiya, but I mean, I literally remember when me and you were talking last night or the other night, and we're like, yeah, Jiraiya literally spent all this time with Naruto, and yet Naruto still has to use the fucking Rasengan with two hands after like all that time. Like what? Like you would think he would have like worked on that. And like another thing that kind of surprises me is at least where I'm at right now, Jiraiya almost got fucked over from the four-tail fox cloak, I think it's called. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but like
the four-tail rage Naruto. Yeah, he almost got bodied by that shit.
Like I would think he would have like maybe gotten Naruto to like work on that as well, but I don't know. I mean, Jiraiya, I think he's somewhat like funny of a character. Like I don't hate him, but I wouldn't say he's like my favorite mentor either. Like he's still a goat, but I think Kisuke is easily my favorite, and I think Kisuke is the cleanest design out of them too. But yeah. Anyway, honestly, that's pretty much all I want to talk about Bleach, and we got one more anime we got to talk about, and because the GOAT is literally in the fucking thumbnail, bro. We gotta talk about JJK, dude.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but I think that this guy might be the honored one among heaven and earth.
Dude, he might be. He honestly might be.
Dude. Oh, dude, fucking season 2, man. Okay, so I fucking love Gojo. I love Gojo a lot. He is so fucking good, which is like it's funny because Sukuna is my favorite character in JJK, but like I'm not even upset with him being gone as long as he has been because just these Gojo-centric episodes I genuinely think that Gojo could probably star in an anime where all the other characters are pieces of cardboard with like faces just drawn on them, and he could somehow make it work. Like this dude has such a good power. Like his power is so goodly it's overpowered in such an appropriate way that when you're watching him fight somebody, it's either dope as shit because you're like, oh, you're about to see some guy get fucking mollywopped, and then it's hype. Or you're like, oh, wait a minute, this guy actually knows how to fucking fight Gojo, and then it's dope. Like Toji versus Gojo, chef's kiss. That shit is so fucking good, both rounds. But like, and then also just fucking story wise, like just I think that Gojo is such a emotionally intelligent character who doesn't act like he's an emotionally intelligent character.
He's
And that's probably one of the things I like about him the most is that he's a very understanding person who just doesn't act like he's an understanding person, but he acts like such a fucking dick, and I love it so much.
I would say Gojo is kind of like one of those characters where they're kind of like a haha funny kind of character, but then once you piss them off, like they're like the worst person to piss off. Like, I mean, I know it's gonna be a cringe example, but dude, Sans Undertale, like he's like a haha funny guys, look guys, look how funny this guy is, and then like the moment you provoke him, yeah, you're fucked. Good night. Like I really like that character archetype. I think that's a pretty sick one.
Yeah. And well, the thing is, like, the thing that I really like about Gojo as well is like, even though like he is kind of like, you know, the haha funny guy, like I just really like how you can kind of tell from the jump that like both Gojo and Geto are kind of like planning a way to get her out of fucking being Tengen's new vessel. And like both of them, like, you know, fucking get her to like have like a vacate, like they pull her out of school and they're like, why don't we just like have fun with your like last couple days and shit like that. And like one, I love how the two of them are literally, I think that in that episode they're second or third years, right? Like in season 2.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
And they're literally, those two are trusted with the most important fucking mission in all of the high school, like for all of the fucking Sorcerers League by themselves.
Yeah, dude, because they're
And
just
they were
both that
literally
fucking
kinda, like,
overpowered.
they're that overpowered. And then also they're just kind of like low key, kind of not really planning to portray Tengen, but they were like, yeah, if you don't want to, you have free will. You don't actually have to do this. Like, we'll protect you if it comes to that. Because they're that confident that if all of the fucking Sorcerer Academy went at them, they'd win.
But yeah, what is that was the one thing that kind of had me confused. What is Tengen?
You'll find out.
Oh, okay, so that's not really like revealed. Like, I feel like I did kind of hear that they're the fucking thing that like protects the schools or something like that, but like, I don't understand why the girl, like that specific girl, was chosen for that. Like, I don't, that's the one thing that kind of confuses me. It's like, what, there's just some random ass high school girl is just like picked for it.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't really know if that gets elaborated. I do think that you are just kind of chosen to be Tengen's new vessel. I don't really think that's elaborated. It has a lot to do with lineage, I think.
Gotcha.
But I don't really think that why her specifically is explained. I think she's just supposed to be an example. I don't really think that she's supposed to be like important. Into explaining why Tengen chooses specific vessels.
All right, but yeah, like I love their dynamic, and I also just really like Geto as like a character. I think he's a really cool character as like a
Cook.
I think he's a really good character when he's like a good guy. I mean, not that he's a bad character when he's a bad guy, but I mean, technically it's not really him, so I don't know who'd count that. But yeah, so I think that he's really fucking cool. His whole thing with like, so I know I'm kind of repeating myself here, but I think it's very interesting his like change into like villainhood, I guess you would call it.
Yeah. I I also really think that like I, dude, I just think that Toji is just such a good fucking villain because like okay, so this dude. So this is the thing that I think is so genius about season 2. So even though it's a kid Gojo, right? Like even though it's literally Gojo like 10 years ago or some shit like that, we know like okay, he's still no one to fuck with. I mean, they're sending him and Geto out on this mission. They're nerfed obviously because they're younger. They don't know as much. But like you're still like, yeah, not a lot of people could fuck with them. And you just see this guy. And he's just like, he's just making horse bets and like or not like racing bets and shit like that. And he's just eating at fucking restaurants. And everyone that shows up, like these like legit assassination places, like get fucked by the two of them, no problem. And then just fucking Toji shows up. And this guy's like, and then, this guy's just like, oh, yeah, I don't have any curse energy or anything like that. And like, huh? And then just bodies fucking Gojo and Geto easily. Like, dude, oh, dude, and then Toji's also just responsible for, and I knew this was coming. Heavy spoilers ahead. Haha, funny. But when she's like, so you're saying that I can run free? Like the girl's like, oh, you guys are saying I can run free? I don't have to be a fucking vessel? And Geto's like, yeah, just take my hand and we'll go. And then you just hear bang, and she just has a fucking bullet in her skull. And Toji just like, yep, well, job well done. So, kid, you can get out of here. You failed your mission. Better luck next time. GG easy. You fucking suck. Dude.
Bro, that scene was like so
What?
fucking sad, bro.
What? Like, I knew that shit was coming. I've read it, but I was still flabbergasted.
It's such a fucking sad scene, dude.
Dude, it's oh my god, yeah. And like the thing that's like so, and this is why I love Toji's character. Like I love villains like this because Toji reminds me of Enel so much. In terms of like personality, like I love villains like this so much. Like he's like, he's just like, oh, the things that I do are just the right things, so just kind of cope, mauled, see the rage. Like he literally kills this girl, and then is like, yep, well, that was a job well done. Well, kid, you can skedaddle along. I don't want to kill you. I don't need to kill you. So just go, shoo, get out of here. And then, oh my dude, like
I don't see. That's something that confuses me is because like he doesn't have cursed powers, so how the hell is he so powerful?
He's just built, bro. He has the Yuji power. He's got the fucking left right fucking hook combo. He's like Maki. He just uses cursed tools.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what that knife that he used to pierce Gojo's infinity. That's like what that was.
Oh, well, what about that fucking worm that's around him?
It's a demon that he got under his control and will that just has a gut that has infinite storage, so he can just pull whatever weapons he wants to out of it.
Oh shit! Because like I was kind of paying attention to the ship, and I was like, wait, how is this guy so fucking busted? What?
Well, he's from the Maki clan. Like they're all like just crazy fucking strong people. Like they're all just like peak human individuals. So like they can fight better. Like remember when Megami or not Megami, fucking whatever. Like when Maki and Panda were talking, and then he's like, yeah, if Yuji fought all three of us and we couldn't use cursed energy and he couldn't either, Yuji would beat the shit out of all three of us. Like that's what like the Maki clan's just built like that. Like they're just built to be fucking tougher. They're just peak fighters, and then they use tools that like let them counter cursed energy.
Yeah, wait. So Maki's the one that can't see cursed energy, but she uses cursed weapons, and she has like super strong strength. And like her sister's the opposite, right? Where her sister can see shit, but like her powers kind of suck ass.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say. So would no wait no because he can see. Okay, I'm getting it mixed up with fucking Maki, dude. Maki's kind of messing me up with that whole thing of Toji. Because I'm thinking like, oh well, how the fuck is he interacting with these things? Because he can't see them. But
Well, I think he can see cursed energy. He just doesn't have cursed powers.
okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah. So I'm pretty. Yeah, he can see cursed energy, but he can't act like he can't. He just doesn't have the power. So he's like Maki, but he can at least see them.
Dude, I'm excited to like. Okay, I want to talk about manga spoilers very very slightly because I'm somewhat like I'm not caught up obviously, but like I read a little bit further into Shibuya, and I mean obviously the whole thing happens with Gojo, but like I'm really fucking lost on how fucking Toji got back. Like he did like that fucking grandma lady, her grandson or whatever, like has or I don't know if it's her power or his, but like they can just turn into people, and like I guess they got his corpse and they turned into him, and he just got full power or something like that. Like, can you explain that one to me?
This is what I call a great example of Madaraism. Although you haven't seen that either. Okay. Uh, Toji is built so different that if you were to take his body and try to gain control of it, he'd be like, Lamau, no, and just take control of it.
Okay.
He's just built different. Toji's just, he is definitionally him. Like, if you were to look up who is that guy, who's him, it would be fucking Toji.
Fair enough.
Like, the way that Toji actually fucking dies in this story is probably one of the most peak deaths ever.
You're not talking about the first one, right? Like,
No, I'm talking about his literal way of leaving the story.
okay. Alright, fair enough. Is that in the Shibuya arc or is that spoilers to
I believe it's in the Shibuya arc. It's
okay.
later in the Shibuya arc.
Damn, dude, I might honestly just read some of that after the podcast here. But
Let's go.
But yeah, honestly, I honestly really do like JJK. I still say the thing about JJK, that I'm not the biggest fan of is like, and this is kind of like a skill issue to be honest. Is like I feel like there are some elements of the story that are just kind of confusing to me with the power system, but that's kind of a skill issue with me.
The more that you read it, the more you get used to it.
Okay.
It's just kind of more complicated like just imagine Bankais, but just way more complicated in general.
Okay. Cause like I mean even Naruto, like I think Naruto isn't as bad, but like I don't know. Like I'm not used to the whole clan kind of power type thing. Like
right.
Because like I mean me over here with the fucking Bankais and devil fruits where only one person can have a power. I'm not used to more than one person having the same kind of power, I guess. So that's something that's kind of throwing me off.
Right. Yeah, and I mean like once you like get into like dude, I'm not gonna lie, I think that fuck. I think that like when you get into like more domain expansion stuff, it gets worse and better. Because like, dude, Gojo versus like fucking someone else he fights later is like such a fucking wild fight.
Is it the one that's going on right now?
Oh yeah, the fight that's going on in the manga right now is such a fucking crazy experience.
I'm pretty hyped for that. That's I might honestly just read to catch up to that because that sounds really sick.
It is, yeah, dude. It also comes with like one of the best fucking subversions of all time.
Jeez, dude.
In my opinion, like right before the fight, there's like one of the best subversions ever. It is the payoff to Sukuna's wish. Like that's way at the beginning of the story. Like what, episode 12? Like when fucking Yuji loses his fucking fingers? There's like payoff for that just happened recently.
Wait. I'm trying to remember what it was.
He's like, I get to do whatever the fuck I want to, but you don't get to know what it is.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember that deal. Yeah. I was gonna say, I
That
thought it was that.
finally
But
got paid off.
damn,
And
dude.
no amount of fucking preparation can prepare you for it.
Really?
It's such a good fucking subversion. Like Boruto fans are like, greatest plot twist of all time. Boruto chat. No, fuck you. It ain't even the best fucking subversion of this year. Let alone the best subversion of new gen. Let alone the best subversion of the past 5 years. It ain't even the best one of this year. Hell, ain't even the best one of the past 3 months.
That's crazy, dude. I'm really excited to read more of that and like watch the anime for it, because I'm enjoying I'm enjoying the Shibuya arc so far.
Yeah, Shibuya go crazy, dude. What really good arc. Cannot wait to watch it in fucking animation style because I like the way that the Jujutsu Kaisen anime looks.
It does
I
look
also just
really
I
good.
love the subcast so much, dude. The fucking first of all, Dio as Toji is like objectively perfect.
Oh, the voice actors, you mean?
Yeah, the sub voice actor for Toji, it being Dio is just so perfect.
I think I did notice that actually. Now that you say that, that's crazy.
I was really hoping he was just gonna come in with the run, die.
Dude,
Would have been crazy. No way Dio would, or no way Gojo would have been able to do anything about it, right?
that's so fucking fire, dude. Oh my god. But anyway, I think that's probably gonna wrap up this week's episode. Like I said, guys, there won't be one next week, but the week afterwards, we should have another podcast episode. Um, and maybe we can talk about One Piece then. I might ask Gunnar to see if he'd be interested in watching the live action so we can talk about it. But yeah, I'm thinking that might be the plan. I'm gonna, like I said, try and upload or stream more on Twitch here, just because it's the old home. Gotta come back to it and visit it. So you know how it is. But anyway, guys, that's gonna probably wrap up today's episode. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Peace.